Welcome everyone to another edition of In the Divide, where we're sharing all things crypto together with Algorand. Hopefully everyone is good today. It's been a beautiful couple of days for me. It's been beautiful here. Want you to come in, tap tap in and subscribe, hit the bell notifications. There's some information here. We're looking at the SEC. Um, And I know there's a lot of FUD going on. A lot of people, short-term thinkers. Short-term thinkers. This is what's going on with crypto. Crypto is in its a crux because with all the financial the things that's going on with the markets, with the banks, with the interest rates, with the inflation, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is when your research and long term thinking really is going to play off if you are looking at the right cryptos. Money is going to be scarce and it's going to be tight. Okay? So, this is going to be something that I'm about to tell you right now that hopefully if you do and look at some of the things that's going on, you'll be able to position yourself to keep your bag, okay? This is not financial advice. This is something that you should maybe be considering, okay? Debt limit things, all these money maneuvering, all this stuff that's going on. There's a point to this, all of this. The USA trying to make sure that the crypto market is not going to be established in America without the dollar being basically the dominant or the digital coin or the USD. That's pretty much what America wants. They want to be the coin that everyone trades on, and that's what they're trying to do. I think it's a whole bunch short sighted when the whole other world can actually establish themselves, but in they'll have a first mover advantage, especially if China and all these other nations starts to get in on ramp and on board. I think there's a lot of hubris in the United States. They're thinking because their dollar is the digital and the default currency, that just because they'll set their digital currency up, that will be the one that's going to be the one that most cryptos use. I don't know. Like I said, I think Gary has some thoughts and have some other people behind him on why he's doing these things. We're going to have a video, and I want you to look at some of the video with Gary. Also, even though Algorand was put into the lawsuit about Bittrex, and you can understand that they're not in the Coinbase lawsuit. They're not named. And they should have been named because they are one of the staking ones on the platform that you earn staking rewards through. I don't know why, but I just think that the SEC is trying to broaden as many coins and envelop as many coins as they can into it. And I think they understand that algo is not a security, not in the way that these other things that they threw under there. Those may have maybe some securities not as buttoned up as what Algorand is. So you have to pay attention, really. One of the things you have to really pay attention to is the use case. If there's a use case, if you can see viable that there is something that's in the crypto that you're using that is going to be able to be grabbed by a VC or an institution that either makes them more profitable, more efficient, that is going to disrupt the market. Those are the cryptos that you're looking at. These meme coins, the only way these meme coins survive is that if the masses continue to put behind those things for some reason. The value of them is the popularity of them. If everybody continues to hold like that, even when money is tight, even the meme coin can survive. I'm not really a meme coin person because I believe in use cases before anything else, and not just popularity for popularity's sake. But this was interesting when I looked at what Gary was saying about the market. This is one of the things he said.
Look, I think there's been clarity for years. The investing public has the benefit of the U.S. securities laws. Crypto should be no different. And these platforms, these intermediaries need to come into compliance and protect the investing public.
This was one of his first lies. Well, it's not lies, He doesn't want these industries to be regulated. He's trying to stretch it out. And basically what he does is he goes on these programs and kind of twists what's going on. Because he's never given them a pathway. He's never really put it out there to where this is what you need to do. So because he obfuscates and he kind of plays the fiddling role, everyone else is kind of being led by the horse and carrot and trying to find a way to put some roots down, but they never was able to find it. Now he's trying to put it on them like, hey, we were trying to do this all the time, but they just would not ever come in. They couldn't. They just would not put themselves in position to come in so they can make millions of dollars. They just wouldn't do it. They just kept avoiding us. They just wanted to obfuscate, and they wanted to skirt the rules of the United States because they didn't want to play by the rules. So they wanted to be for some reason in neglect of making the money in be afoul of the law, so they will be in position to be sued later and their valuation go down because they wanted to not follow the rules of the road. So this is what they get because this is what they wanted in the first place. He is basically lying. So this is another part.
A hedge fund, making markets. And as we alleged in Binance, having a sister organization, flooding the platform with transactions called wash trading, and the lack of controls on the platforms is really a web of deception and conflicts, along with a control person, Mr. Zhao, trying to evade U.S. law.
And given the timeline we're talking about, what do you say to viewers who wonder why enforcement has taken, arguably, at least several years, so long?
Look, it takes time. We do things by the book. That's what the American public would want us to do. We follow the facts and the law. And I couldn't be more proud of the investigative teams at the SEC working together.
When they do this court thing where they actually show some of this documents, I want them to come up and show how many times either Coinbase or Binance or any of the other cryptocurrency actually approached Gary, SEC, with how, if there was ever a pathway. I want to see every time a cryptocurrency, I want to know how many times that this thing was delayed because of the SEC and for Mr. Gensler trying to be a tool of whatever was going on with the global people and trying to fit whatever he's got as far as the agenda of the people that he's dealing with.
Colleagues in our various divisions of trading and markets, our general counsel's office, 5 commissioners, but it really it's a lot of is a gumshoe, walk in the beat investigation to build a case like what you've seen alleged in a 136-page complaint.
Mr. Chairman, a lot of it is hard to understand. For instance, in the Binance complaint, you say, Mr. Chairman, I need to know this. The SEC's Binance complaint also seeks emergency relief, like an asset freeze, expedited discovery, and even the appointment of a receiver. Are there more pleadings coming? Because if you do this, that's the end of Binance.
Look, we have concerns, and I think the investing public should be aware of putting their hard-earned assets onto these platforms. But we have concerns when a platform like this puts themselves out to the public, is consciously trying to evade U.S. law and customer funds. You didn't even know who was custodying them. Was it custodied here in the U.S. on the U.S. platform? Was it custodied overseas? Or were some of your funds in crypto possibly moved to affiliates? There are a number of affiliates named in this called Merit Peak and Sigma Chain. It's fundamentally a lack of controls, deception, conflicts. And yes, we're going to do that which we can in front of the courts. And
so what he's trying to do is he's trying to say the way the things was transferred. They're trying to figure out if the money being transferred ever hit a different account than an account that it shouldn't. So what they're trying to see are trying to say is that they're commingled because they're trying to see which account that the money was transferred to or money that was transferred, if it ever hit account that ended up mingling funds. Not that Binance ever used funds. They never ever alleged the use of funds was commingled. But this is an accounting kind of ploy, is that if this hit the same account as this other thing, that means it commingled funds. It doesn't mean you used it. It means it hit the same account, whether it was transferred and stuff like that. This is a ploy that they're using to use as a technicality to try to hit Binance with this commingling thing. Like I said, they all say commingling, but they don't say that they use the customer funds. It's just the transaction thing that they're trying to get them on, a technicality.
To the extent we can, the facts known and the public protected.
But when I read your Binance, I cannot understand how anyone can assign a value to crypto.
This also includes Jim Cramer, which is basically Jim Know Nothing Cramer, who is basically just a shield, just a shell of a person that comes on with evidently limited knowledge. And basically you see him reading off his phone. Somebody gave him something. You're up there, Jim, put on a suit and read what we gave you because you basically don't know anything. So we can pay you a check and you got name recognition. But Jim is not great. He doesn't offer good information.
It seems entirely predicated on the greater fool theory. Do you disagree?
Look, we as an agency are meant to be merit neutral, Jim. There's a lot of questions. There's 10 to 20,000 tokens. Actually, in the Coinbase complaint, we note that they have, through the Coinbase wallet, you can trade 16,000 different tokens. And there's a lot of debate as to the use cases and whether there's any there. Look, we don't need more digital currency. We already have digital currency. It's called the US dollar. It's called the euro. It's called the yen. They're all digital right now. We already have digital investments. And you have entrepreneurs representing digital investments on this program all day long. And it's whether it's the big tech companies, the automobile companies, you name it. It's all digital right now, the investing world. So what is the real underlying value of these tokens? And that's why you need full, fair, and truthful disclosures.
So the reason why he's understanding it is all right now, it's all digital. Now, the reason why we need crypto, Gary, is we need it to be decentralized because y'all are killing currency. Y'all are killing everything as far as what we're building because you don't know how to manage. You're not great central planners. You don't know how to do stuff. You are compromised politically, emotionally, spiritually, and you are not good. And we don't trust you with our money. We don't trust you with the levers of power that's going to affect our families when it comes to our financial. And this is what I want you to understand, people, is that these is the people who have your money, who have your future that's tied to how you're going to bring and take care of your family. it's a no-win situation now. I'm telling you right now, people, get your stuff together. Don't go into the position. Don't get fudded. Don't get frustrated. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, but do your due diligence. Make sure you understand what's going on. Make sure you understand you're taking care of your bag. Make sure you understand. Algorand, go buy some more. Buy some more Algorand. I'm just telling you, if you got to this point where you at the 10-cent level, go all in. If you need your money, don't put no money in. But if this is the time, Algorand, I still think is a valuable resource because it has use case. It has the equipment and the technology, and it has the effective history of people understanding when the institutions get involved in it, that's what they're going to want to use. They want to use something that has not failed, something that has solid security, and something that has a history of working and never breaking. That's why I tell you, get Algorand. Get on it and hide and hodl, and we're bringing back diamond hands. There was a time where I was losing to where, I don't know about this, but I am going to increase the bag. I don't know if you want to, but I'm telling you, do your due diligence. Time for Algo fam. Everybody who hear this, tap in and be in position to put your mind on your money and embrace the algoness for the next 2 years. Grab your bag, grab your shoes, hide it. And this is Sam Houston with In the Divide, hoping that your tomorrows and your bags are better than today. And we are